They handed me the divorce papers between applause and champagne. My daughter's voice, sweet once, cut sharper than the knife beside my untouched steak. "Your pension is ours, Dad," she said, smirking. "You get nothing." My wife, ex-wife now, didn't meet my eyes. She just nodded, satisfied. 40 years of service, and I was dismissed like an old employee being replaced by automation. I looked at the papers, then at the faces I had built my life around. My hand didn't shake. I took out my pen, Mont Blanc, the one they gifted me on my 20th work anniversary. I signed every page. "Understood," I said. No outburst, no defense, just quiet agreement. They laughed then, my daughter, her mother, her lawyer boyfriend. I remember thinking, even laughter sounds different when it's bought. 3 days later, the laughter stopped. I met her when I still believed hard work built families. She was warmth back then, coffee on winter mornings, gentle silence after long shifts. I used to call her my compass. Somewhere between promotions and mortgages, she learned to navigate by someone else's star. The first sign came in routine ways: a second phone, a locked calendar, the perfume that wasn't hers. Then the missing savings. "Investment opportunities," she said. When you live a life of schedules and reports, you notice patterns. I noticed hers unravel. She thought I didn't. I did. I saw the way my daughter spoke to me, like I was already obsolete, the way she mirrored her mother's disdain. It didn't hurt, not at first. It calcified, turned something soft inside me into stone. So I started documenting, quietly. A man learns discipline after 40 years in finance. I had access. I understood systems, structures, ownership. While they plotted, I prepared. By the time they served me those papers, my plan was already complete. They thought they were taking my pension, but I'd converted it, months before, into a trust, offshore, locked under the name of a foundation they didn't know existed. The funds they believed were mine had already been transferred out. Every account they touched after that, the joint ones, the college fund, were shells. Balance, zero. They sold the house the week before, planning to split the proceeds. The buyer? My company's property subsidiary. The sale closed at market value, yes, but the equity, the deeds, the ownership were rerouted. The house they once called theirs now belonged to me, legally untouchable. And the lawyer boyfriend, so smug that night, talking about clean breaks and entitlement? I'd already reported his firm for insider trading, using the data I'd collected, screenshots, timestamps, transaction logs, all traceable. His arrest came quietly, but the fallout was public. On the third day after the dinner, the calls began. First, my daughter. "Dad, something's wrong with Mom's account." Then my wife. "The pension, it's gone. They said it was transferred months ago. To a foundation. Whose foundation?" Then silence. Then 41 missed calls. Then 42. Then 43. I answered the 44th. "Hello?" Her voice trembled, no longer composed, no longer rehearsed. "You ruined us!" "No," I said calmly. "You did that when you turned family into business." She started crying, something about misunderstanding, about love, about forgiveness. I let her speak. Every word she said now was for herself, not me. When she stopped, I said, "Consider this my retirement gift," and I hung up. They thought I vanished. In truth, I relocated. A cabin by the water, far from the noise of pretending. I still wake early, old habits. Brew coffee, watch the sunrise. Sometimes I hear the echoes of that dinner, the laughter, the clinking glasses, the moment before betrayal became official. I don't feel rage anymore, just precision. Betrayal, I learned, is not an emotion, it's data. You analyze it, trace it, isolate it, and remove it. They wanted my life's earnings. I gave them a lesson instead. They wanted to erase me. I made myself a ghost in their system. Unreachable, untouchable, unforgettable. The papers they made me sign that night? Those were copies. I'd replaced the originals. The real ones, the ones filed with the court, bore small, deliberate errors in the asset list. Enough for a judge to dismiss any claim later on grounds of falsification. My signature was perfect. Their greed was not. When people betray you, they never expect you to be smarter than your heartbreak. That's their fatal flaw. Now, when I see the news, her house foreclosed, her accounts frozen, her lover indicted, I don't smile, I just breathe. Justice doesn't always need applause. Sometimes it just needs silence. I've built something new out here. Not wealth, not legacy, freedom. They called it retirement. I call it release. And when I think back to that dinner, the moment I signed my name and said, "Understood," I realize I meant it. I understood exactly what they'd done, and exactly what I was about to do in return.